Yep, you guessed it. It is Khadijah Lashaun, and I am coming to you guys today with a video describing my entire journey from not being exposed to my natural hair my entire life to now being 5 years natural. It's been a self-love journey, it's been a natural hair journey, even a weight loss journey. So I'd love to take you guys along so you can see. Don't be afraid to join our community, our Curl Friend Squad. You can do it by hitting that subscribe button, clicking the bell for all of our notifications, liking this video, it really helps the channel, and sharing this with your friends. All right, y'all, that's enough talking for me. Are you ready to see where this journey starts? So I guess this journey really starts with my mom and my dad. Let me stop. My mom, she's biracial, you know? She's half black, half white. She was adopted, so it's kind of like hard to say exactly every single thing that she is, but I do know that there is some Czechoslovakian in there, there is some Trinidadian in there. But yeah, that's my mom. Such a beautiful couple. And my dad is black. He is black and he has a little bit of Native American in him, just like everybody else. And yeah, that's my parents. Being that my mom is biracial, you know, her hair texture was a bit different than ours. Hers was a looser wave while ours were tighter curls. And to be honest, we never really wore our hair out. Those are my sisters, by the way. That's Dominique and Alexis. And here's my brother making silly faces at the camera. And yeah, we never wore our hair out. We wore box braids, we wore plaits, we wore anything that was basically like a protective style. And from occasionally, we got relaxed hair. Apart from the protective styles, we never really started wearing our hair straight until we got older, like towards our teens. And to be honest, like up until this point, even up until like literally me being a sophomore in college, I had never experienced my hair in its natural state. And I just never knew that there was a possibility. Little side story to go with these highlights. Honestly, these highlights, when I first got them done, they were red. The hairdresser basically permed my hair within 2 weeks of me getting the highlights. And then the color changed from red to pink to freaking golden blonde because I swam in the pool. That was just like a coincidence how that happened. I don't recommend that you do it just because it can be really damaging to your hair. I also mentioned how this was not only a natural hair journey for me, but also a self-love journey. I have been overweight the majority of my life, and you know, that has impacted being overweight and not loving my hair, not loving the way I look in the mirror has impacted how I see myself. And honestly, me taking the scissors and cutting off that dead hair allowed me to restart how I look at myself. It allowed me to readdress, you know, how I see myself in the mirror, how I love myself, the way I treat myself. I used to hate my smile. I used to hate the way I looked. I used to hate my shape. I used to hate my hair. I used to hate just the way I looked in the mirror. I didn't like looking at myself, you know? And honestly, just taking the dive and going natural, it allowed me to focus on me. Focus on looking at myself in the mirror and appreciating who I am, loving who I am, and knowing that I'm a beautiful queen who deserves so much out of this world. So I hope that you guys are still watching because you will see the transition happen very soon. It started with a flexi rod out, y'all. A flexi rod out that I did on my transitioning / relaxed hair. It allowed me to go from this to curly hair, you know? I had relaxed hair at this time, still had my relaxed ends, but I was surprised to see that, oh, okay, I can do something different with my hair. I can actually do it myself. I don't have to go to the salon. You can't realize how freeing that felt for me. Like how freeing it felt that I could actually do my hair on my own. I don't need a stylist to do it. At this time I was in college. I was a freshman in college, and I was living about an hour away from my regular hairstylist. So I had to rely solely on myself to look presentable. So the fact that I could do a flexi rod out on my relaxed / transitioning hair and have curly hair that looks presentable, it was very empowering to me, you know? Like, I hated relying on hairstylists for them to do my hair, because there's multiple reasons why I like not having to rely on a hairstylist. I've just had so many bad experiences with them over the years that it honestly pushed me towards the direction of going natural, because I got tired of relying on unreliable people to do my hair. So yeah, I started with the flexi rod out on my transitioning hair, and then actually I had my first weave as a sophomore in college. I actually did this weave, like at least the coloring, on my own. I bleached it. This is another bad experience I had with a stylist, yet another one. I literally had made an appointment with the stylist to have her bleach the hair for me and like actually show me how to do it, so I know how to do it for the future. And on the day of my appointment with her, she came in 30 minutes late to the appointment. Okay, she says hi to me when she comes in. She goes to the back, she eats some food, she goes talks to all the other stylists, she goes into the bathroom, she's on the phone for some time. And you know, in my mind I'm thinking, why am I here right now? Why am I here right now? She hasn't even acknowledged my presence. So come to think of it, literally after waiting another 30 minutes to 45 minutes, she says, who are you here for? And I'm just like, I'm here to see you. And she's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll get right to you right after I finish Rebecca. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And I left. I'd like to say that was my last experience with a stylist, but that would be a lie. It's also not my last bad experience with a stylist. Actually, right after my first weave, I couldn't wait. I could not wait a whole freaking 2 weeks with this weave on my head. Partly because, one, I did not like the closure. I did not feel like it looked realistic. I also felt like me wearing a weave was doing something that wasn't really me. You know, it just didn't go along with just like the way I saw myself. Not that I'm judging anybody who gets weaves. I'm not doing that at all. I'm just saying, for me personally, it just wasn't for me. So not too long after I got my first weave, I did this. Yep, I took the dive, y'all. I big chopped. I had Kyla, my best friend, big chop my hair so that I could start my journey to becoming natural. It was a hard decision, but it was well worth it, to me at least. Like, I feel like I had never experienced my natural hair, you know? Never. So I had to have that experience at least once in my life. You know, if I didn't like it, it's hair. It'll grow back. Did I instantly like my hair? No, not necessarily. Having a TWA or a teeny weeny afro definitely can make you feel very masculine. You know, it can make you feel very boyish. But to be completely honest with you, at this point, boys weren't looking my way anyway. Hell, girls either. I mean, I had to relearn my self-worth. I had to relearn my self-love. I had to learn my self-love because I don't think I really had it much before then. But seeing that I had curls and I actually figured out how to style them helped me feel empowered in myself, because I could be the only person who had to take care of my hair. I didn't have to pay anybody to do it. On top of that, I could embrace my hair the way it naturally grows out of my hair without feeling like I have to chemically change it, you know? Every natural knows that when you first go natural, the first thing they say is protective style your hair and it'll grow like crazy. So you know what I did? You damn Skippy. I protective styled the shit out of my hair but it didn't work out that well when my hair was a TWA, unfortunately. Actually, because my hair was so short, it was kind of hard for the hair to stay. So I had to go back to the fro. And I actually started liking my hair more and more as it grew, you know, like you can see the smile on my face getting bigger and bigger as my hair length gets longer and longer. I did try my hand at some color. I dyed my hair blue, and I'll be honest, it was kind of annoying because when it faded to this like brown, blue, green mess. And I didn't quite like how it looked like that, you know. Twist outs on a TWA took forever, okay? Absolutely forever. But yeah, I was done with this blue mess, so I had to change the color again. I had to switch up one of them. I don't think this was a year. This is probably like less than 6 months of hair growth right here. But then I made the switch. I switched to red. I wanted to see how I looked as a redhead. And I actually really liked it. I liked the color. It matched my skin tone a lot. And you know, having short hair, you can experiment as much as you want because you know your hair will grow. This is actually one of my favorite videos that I did as a TWA. It was my mini praying hands type of thing. It's not really a mini praying hands, y'all. It's just bending your hand in half and breaking it through. But yeah, here's some more pictures of me with the red as it fades to brown. It was probably around 6 months to like a year that I really started seeing the length actually start to show and hang down. If you guys want to see any lit YouTube videos, natural hair videos, check out CollegeSistahs TV. It's a little shameless plug. I started the channel with me, Kyla, and Sid. Those were my best friends in college, and we all started the channel together with the purpose of sharing as much natural hair knowledge and makeup tips as possible. So definitely check it out. Some key tips for me was avoiding straightening my hair as much as possible. And if I did, only doing it less, like basically once or twice a year. And then I also did a ton of protective styles to help my hair grow, and not just grow, but retain the length that I was growing. Okay, y'all, this is where I stopped looking so boyish and I started really feeling myself. Do you hear me? Like, I really started loving what I was seeing in the mirror. And this is honestly due to me going natural. It's another little shameless plug. This was from our first It's a Curl Thing event. And this is when I met Monique Rodriguez, the owner of Mile Organics at the Atlanta Hair Show. Making natural hair videos used to be so fun to me, and I feel like I've kind of lost that a little bit. So guys, please comment below some ideas you have for natural hair videos you're looking for, because I need to start somewhere, and this is my first video where I'm really exposing myself to you guys. So definitely let me know what styles you're looking for, what products you want me to try, all that jazz, okay? Now is where my journey kind of becomes about retaining length instead of just growing, because at this point I've tried biotin pills, which work. I've tried drinking a lot of water, just a bunch of natural hair growth tips that I've tried to get my hair to grow this fast. But you know, the growth tips are great, but if you're not retaining the length that you're growing, that is what makes the deal, makes or breaks your hair length. You know, and my goal isn't necessarily long hair. I do want long hair, but my goal overall is hair health. And this is why I actually decided to get my first diva cut. I had so many bad experiences when it comes to stylists actually heat damaging my hair, my natural hair now. And I was sick and tired of it, you know, but I'm gonna be honest, a diva cut is not a cheap thing, you know. It's like $150 to $200, and that doesn't even include if you want like deep conditioner and stuff like that. So it is very pricey. Will I have another diva cut? probably not right now. It's a little bit too expensive for me right now. However, I have started this new journey where I've actually been trimming my own ends, because it is the most costly thing I could do, honestly, and I can keep my hair healthy on my own. If you guys want a detailed video on how to trim your own hair, just let me know and I'll definitely make one for you guys. I also mentioned earlier just how this is not just a natural hair journey for me, it's a self-love journey for me, in addition to a weight loss journey for me. This year, specifically 2020, during the pandemic, you know, I wasn't happy with where I was weight-wise. Little disclaimer for the people who think, oh, you're not that big, you're not that big. I was pushing 300 pounds, y'all. 300 pounds. And I knew how to hide it very well. So yes, I was that big. And from the beginning of this year to now, I've spent a lot of time making sure that I work on my body, making sure that I pay attention to what I've eaten. And I'm not gonna lie, these holidays have messed up with that. But I'm gonna restart again with 2021. I've lost a lot of weight since the start of the year, and I've kept a lot of weight off. So my goal is to keep that going and lose even more weight next year. So I want to thank you guys for rocking with me this entire video. You definitely did not have to do all that. I showed you, I exposed myself to you guys. I showed you my worst moments, and I showed you where I am now. And I am honestly very happy that you guys stayed till the end of this video. Comment below what your thoughts are of this video. Like this video, it really helps out my channel a lot, and I would very much so appreciate it. If you aren't a part of our Instagram community yet, you need to join, girl or boy, whoever's listening. Shop It's a Curl Thing is basically a natural hair appreciation / black appreciation page that I've made. It's full of a whole bunch of interesting posts out there, so definitely check it out. And I hope that you guys enjoy this video so much, and I will see you guys in the next one.